Ever wonder why you almost never see an Audi R8 on the road? It's like spotting a unicorn. Is it because they're just too expensive? Or is there a deeper story behind the rarity of this everyday supercar? Well, buckle up, because today we're diving deep into the fascinating history and meticulous craftsmanship that make the Audi R8 a true modern classic and one of the most elusive supercars out there. To understand the R8, we have to go back to the year 2003. Audi, a brand known for its luxury sedans and quattro all-wheel drive systems, stunned the world at the Frankfurt Motor Show with a concept car called the Le Mans Quattro. This wasn't just another design study. It was a bold declaration. Audi, fresh off a string of dominant victories at the grueling 24 hours of Le Mans race with their R8 prototype race car, wanted to bring that winning DNA to the streets. The public went absolutely wild for it, and the message was clear. Audi had to build this car. 3 years later, in 2006, the production version arrived, and it was christened the Audi R8. It was a jaw-dropping moment for the automotive world. Here was a car from a mainstream luxury brand that looked like it had driven straight out of a sci-fi movie, ready to take on established giants like Ferrari and Porsche. The design was revolutionary, featuring those iconic side blades that became the car's signature. These weren't just for show. They channeled air into the mid-mounted engine for cooling, a perfect blend of form and function. Initially, the R8 was launched with a glorious, high-revving 4.2-liter V8 engine, producing around 414 horsepower. This wasn't just any V8, it was a masterpiece of engineering borrowed from the high-performance Azam sedan, but adapted for a mid-engine layout. It could rocket the R8 from 0 to 60 in about 4.4 seconds and on to a top speed of 187 miles per hour. And the sound it made? A deep, guttural roar that turned into a mechanical scream as it approached its red line. It was pure automotive theater. But Audi wasn't done. They knew the R8's chassis, which it shared with the Lamborghini Gallardo, could handle much more power. So, in 2009, they introduced the R8 V10. This model packed a 5.2-liter V10 engine, a very close relative of the one found in its Italian cousin, the Gallardo. With 525 horsepower, the R8 V10 was a true supercar slayer, dropping the 0-60 time to under 4 seconds and pushing the top speed to nearly 200 miles per hour. It was a game-changer, offering Lamborghini-level performance with Audi's legendary build quality and everyday usability. So, this brings us to the core of our question. If the R8 is so amazing, why is it so rare? The primary reason is how it's made. The R8 isn't built on a regular, fast-moving assembly line like an A4 or a Q5. From its inception, the R8 has been hand-built at a specialized, state-of-the-art factory in Germany. Originally, this was at Audi's Neckarsulm plant, but it later moved to a dedicated facility called the Blillinger Hafe. Think of this place less like a factory and more like a high-tech workshop or an automotive laboratory. A small, elite team of around 500 of RD's most skilled and experienced technicians assembles each R8 with painstaking precision. The process is incredibly meticulous. The aluminum space frame, the car's skeleton, is welded and inspected by hand. Every single component, from the engine and transmission to the interior trim and body panels, is fitted by expert hands. This hand-built process is intentionally slow. While a mass-market car might roll off the assembly line every few minutes, building a single Audi R8 takes many, many hours of skilled labor. Production numbers were always kept deliberately low. In its peak years, Audi might produce a few thousand R8 South for the entire global market. Compare that to the tens of thousands of Porsche 911s produced annually, and you start to see the picture. Audi never intended for the R8 to be a high-volume seller. It was a halo car. What's a halo car? It's a vehicle designed to represent the absolute pinnacle of a brand's engineering, design, and performance capabilities. Its job isn't just to sell in large numbers, but to cast a halo of prestige and excitement over the entire brand. When you saw an R8, you thought, wow. If Audi can build that, then their regular cars must be pretty darn good too. The R8 made Audi cool. It gave them street cred in the high-performance world, something they had been chasing for years. This exclusivity was a key part of its marketing strategy. Owning an R8 meant you had something special, something not everyone could get their hands on, even if they had the money. This rarity, combined with its stunning looks and thrilling performance, is what cemented its legendary status. It was the supercar you could theoretically drive every day. Thanks to its comfortable cabin, Quattro all-wheel drive for all-weather confidence, and Audi's reputation for reliability. Yet, it was as exotic and special as anything from Italy. In 2015, the second generation of the R8 was released. It was sharper, more technologically advanced, and even faster. The V8 option was dropped, and the car was offered exclusively with the glorious V10 engine in 2 states of tune. The top-tier R8 V10 Plus produced over 600 horsepower, sharing about 50% of its components with the R8 LMS GT3 race car. The top speed climbed to a blistering 205 miles per hour. The build process remained the same, hand-assembled by the best of the best in Germany. However, the world of supercars began to change. The industry started shifting towards hybridization and full electrification. The loud, naturally aspirated V10 engine, as magnificent as it is, became a beautiful relic of a bygone era. Emissions regulations grew stricter, and development costs for a new generation of internal combustion supercars became astronomical. And so, after an incredible 17-year run, Audi made the difficult decision to end production of the R8 in early 2024. There will be no direct successor. The final cars that rolled out of the Blillinger Hay factory marked the end of an era, not just for Audi, but for the naturally aspirated supercar as a whole. This, more than anything, is what will cement the R8's rarity and value for decades to come. They simply aren't making them anymore, and they never will again. So, the next time you're lucky enough to see an Audi R8 on the street, take a moment to appreciate it. You're not just looking at an expensive car. You're looking at a hand-built masterpiece, a halo car that redefined a brand, and a final, glorious celebration of the naturally aspirated engine. It's a rolling piece of automotive history, and its rarity is a testament to the special care, passion, and engineering that went into every single one. It was never meant to be common. It was always meant to be extraordinary. Thank you so much for watching. The Audi R8 is truly one of my favorite cars, and I hope you enjoyed this deep dive. If you did, please hit that like button, and consider subscribing for more automotive stories. Let me know in the comments what your favorite thing about the R8 is. See you in the next one.